Alrighty, what's up, everybody? A little bit of a different spot here. I got to record this from my car. Flyers lose 6-3 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. I was at this game. Not ideal. Certainly not the best outcome. Unfortunately, the Lightning power play, being first in the league, absolutely killed the Flyers in this one. I think the lines they were really all over the place. It's been essentially the exact same lineup the past couple of games. The one line that I thought that stood out the most tonight was Farabee with Frost and Atkinson. Really good line. I thought they generated a ton of scoring chances. Obviously, they get a goal from Atkinson. Jamie Drysdale, his first of the Flyer, was good to see. Really good power play goal. Good movement on the power play. It felt like the Colorado game all over again. The Flyers, I thought, in the first couple of minutes, they give up the goal from point, not Ristolainen's best play, and then takes the penalty late to make it 2-0. That was just like the Rantanen goal the other game against Colorado. It just wasn't the greatest outcome in this one, and I thought, I thought for most of the game, the Flyers were they played well. They had a ton of scoring chances. Really good second period, I thought. I mean, they're down 3-0. They get the power play at the beginning. The Lightning get the power play at the beginning. And, they end up scoring again. And unfortunately for what happened today with Hart and Urson and everything, and Urson ends up having to, be the starter again. And, we'll see how it goes throughout the rest of the All-Star break, like I talked about in the video beforehand, before I made this one about the whole Hart thing. We'll see how that goes, and, if Peterson gets a game. But there were just, sometimes it kind of felt like if, you needed a save, you didn't really get it. I think more of with Urson and with kind of where the Flyers have been, he's played well. I mean, he's had a really good season so far, and I think most of the games he's been good. Just felt like tonight was just one of the ones where I felt like every other one was going in on him. Unfortunately, Lightning didn't have a ton of shots. Flyers only held them to 4 in the first period, and they went through most of the second period with not really a ton either. And again, like I said, like the Flyers, they had a lot of scoring chances. They created a ton. A lot of one puck battles on the walls was one thing that I noticed a lot throughout this game. Won a ton of battles. They kept plays moving in the offensive zone. I thought. Again, like I said, that Walker, not Walker, the Walker, I'm thinking of Walker because of the penalty. The Farabee, Frost, Atkinson line, they moved the puck. Frost was fantastic tonight. I mean, again, and this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about with Frost. Like, he does this for, periods of time, and it's been the consistency thing. It's like, can you keep that up, and can you, continue to do that? And I think for Frost, who he's put a good chunk of games together, since the Calgary game, that was January 6th, it's the 23rd. I mean, this is a good stretch of games here. If you carry that in through the All-Star break and see how the end of the season goes. I mean, without Gauthier now in the system and all that, like it kind of opened a spot a little bit for a center. And I don't know if he's in the organization's long-term plan and view, I guess, but he's certainly given them a reason to overthink that choice if that was the case. And I'm happy for him, because obviously everybody knows how high I am on him, and kind of what he's been. I do think the 11-7 might have to change at some point, because I just feel like they're generating chances, but I don't know. Look, they were playing so good for so long that it just felt like games like this were going to happen, like where you're going to get a ton of chances one way or whatever. It's frustrating, and I think with these next two games, you got Detroit, you got Boston. Boston, they're second best team in the league right now. The Red Wings, Flyers beating them. They played really tight against them. That's definitely a winnable game. Flyers have proven they can come back on teams and hang in games, and they've done that all year. It's just the finishing part, and these past couple of games, it's shown you don't have the high end talent, and it'll come over the next couple of years, and especially with Michkov and the guys coming and everything. But you just don't have that Kucherov. You don't have that Point. You don't have that Stamkos, that Hedman, and the same thing with the other night. You don't have McKinnon, Rantanen, and Maher. Whatever. You don't have that, and they've been able to stay in games and win a lot of these games. And look, to their credit, they've beaten some real good teams. Dallas, they killed them the other night. Vegas. Earlier in the season, they beat Edmonton. Early in the year as well, Vancouver twice. You know, they've had some really good games against good teams. It's just not always going to be there sometimes. And you know, again, like I said, you know, I thought the power play was good tonight. They moved the puck a lot, and Drysdale scoring is a huge plus. And you know, again, like I said, it's just one of those games, unfortunately. And I'm not even that mad at the loss. It's just unfortunate because they took, you know, too many penalties and it killed them. And you know, they're not going to go in these next couple. And that was the one thing I was worried about is the 5-game winning streak. You know, it's like, all right, you got 5 games. You're going to the break. Don't let that turn into another 4 or 5. And now it's 3. And I'm like, okay. Because this game Thursday, this is a must-win against the Red Wings. Like, you can't let this get to 4. You can't go into it. And then, because then if you go into it and then you have the alumni game Friday, it's going to be a great event, and then you have the Recce thing, and then if you just have a sour game Saturday, it's going to kill the mood going to the All-Star break. So what I'm really hoping for is these next couple of games. If you go in, you get I need like a solid like 4-2, 5-2 win or something, like where it feels safe the whole game, and you know what I mean? Like I need the Dallas game again. Because again, I do think this team can make the playoffs with the way that they've been playing. But part of me does wonder if it falls off. And I don't know with Tippett being on IR now and the whole thing with Hart, like what changes with that. Still a ton of season left. So we'll see. I mean, it's really interesting. But I thought tonight was just, you know, one of those unfortunate ones where, you know, the other team's stars outperform essentially. And yeah, that's all I got for this one. Again, I really do apologize for, you know, being in a different spot. I will be back to that next game. You know, I had some stuff going on, so I apologize about that. But thanks everybody again for all the support as always. Make sure to check out Maher Media and all the things that we do. I did want to mention we do have a Discord server now as well. That's on all over our social media, on the channel as well. So check that out. Thanks everybody again for all the support as always. My name is Chris, and I will talk to you all again soon.